Hello, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, anywhere you're watching. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend as well. And may the Lord bless you in the name of Jesus. Welcome to another series of the marriage series today. And then, obviously, I'll be looking into a different topic on the marriage. Now, today, I'll be looking into therapy. Therapy, absolutely, like people talk a lot about therapy, especially when things are not actually going well in a marriage. And it doesn't necessarily means that even whether you have to have it when things are going well. Like whether you have to have it when things are not going well. So sometimes you can also have therapy when things are actually going well. But then again, something that I always, say is this, like, to every single couple out there, is this: do you really need it? And it's a big question. I know you can have it whether you're having troubles in your marriage or not. Doesn't matter. But then again, do you think what you refuse to bring your ego and your pride down to solve, do you think that therapy could actually solve that? That's a big question that you need to ask yourself. The answer could be yes, and it could be no. Of course, we don't know whether it's going to be yes or no at the end of the day until you actually go for therapy. But then again, try to talk things out, try to kind of bring yourself down. And I believe that a lot of times couples end up in therapy simply because they've refused to let their ego down, or they refuse to let their pride down, allowing some sort of maybe conversation between each other to actually sort out their differences. Now, when you go for therapy, you will be set, like you'll be given things to do, potentially, because sincerely speaking, I've never been to one, but you'll be given, based on what I've seen on TV, potentially you'll be given something to kind of, maybe a sort of target and all of that. A lot of times, couples still end up struggling with those targets as well. Why can't you just have a seat, sit down, talk out things that are actually going good, take a stock of things that are going well in your marriage and things that are not actually going well, and see how you can actually approach it in a different way before you actually go to a therapist? Because a lot of times, you don't really need a therapist in your marriage to actually, allow yourself to allow don't like just allowing things to kind of calm down, and then obviously not allowing your pride and your ego to take over yourself. And it is very important. There are some marriage of obviously we know that there are some marriages that are just irreconcilable, fine, absolutely fine. But then again, try to talk things out, try to see whether things will work, try to, of course, let people call you idiot or momo or whatever, but again, try to see whether it's something that you can still sort out before going to a therapist. Because a lot of times couple come back from a therapist, even they come back being worse than before. So you have to actually think whether this is something that you actually want to do. And instead, personally, I will actually just be humble and allow a sort of reconciliation and talk that thing out in my marriage. May the Lord bless you in the name of Jesus. Like I said, going to a therapist, wait and think about it, is not always the best answer or solution to your marriage problem. May the Lord bless you, and then I'll see you next week again. Goodbye.